This Sunday, the 2-2 Las Vegas Raiders are traveling into Kansas City, Missouri to face the Kansas City Chiefs at Arrowhead Stadium. The Chiefs are 4-0. They're flying high. They're still riding high off that Super Bowl win. Mahomes is playing some good football. The Raiders' defense is not. When I look at this game, I had it circled on the calendar since last year. This is a statement game. This is a game the Raiders need to win. Can the Raiders win it? I think they can. Let's find out how. Look, I know you guys think I'm crazy. Can the Raiders beat the Chiefs? Of course I think they can beat the Chiefs. I'd be crazy to say that they couldn't. I'm not going to sit here and do a YouTube show and say the Raiders are going to get beat, we're going to lose, don't watch this, don't watch the game. That's not me. As a Raider fan, I'm going to say the Raiders can win week in, week out. Now, obviously, the Raiders have had their woes defensively. The Raiders have had some miscues offensively. The Raiders have made some mistakes. I still think that if the Raiders do the right things, this is a winnable game. Here are the reasons why I think this is a winnable game. One, while they're playing at Arrowhead, which is normally known to be crazy, raucous, annoying, loud, this is a stadium that has limited fans. So typically it'd be full. You'd have people overflowing on top of each other. You're not going to get a word in edgewise. Now you've got a fan here, a fan here. Jackson Mahomes twerking on the sideline here. But you don't have the annoyance that you would typically have at an Arrowhead game. That is a factor to the Raiders because it helps limit mistakes. Number two, this is a game played in mid-October. Now, typically the Raiders go in, they usually play in November, December, and it's typically a game that's freezing cold. It's weather made for Kansas fans. It's weather made for people that play in Kansas City. It's not made from people from California or Nevada. This plays to the Raiders' advantage because this is a regular game, a regular temperature game in the middle of the day. Three, the Raiders' offense has been able to move the ball effectively. We've seen week in and week out, the Raiders are able to march the ball downfield. No matter where they are, down in distance, the Raiders have the ability to move the ball. The Raiders have some offensive weapons that can get the ball and do great things with the ball. Where the Raiders have fallen short is mental mistakes, penalties, drops, and fumbles. In order for the Raiders to win this week, the Raiders have to be smart with the football. They have to be smart pre-snap, no pre-snap penalties. They have to make sure that they're doing the right thing on the field. They're catching the ball, and they're not fumbling the football. Now, defensively, it's going to be a lot harder. The Kansas City Chiefs offense is amazing. You've got Tyreek Hill. You've got Pat Mahomes. You've got Travis Kelce. You've got Mecole Hardman. They have a very good roster of talented individuals on that offense that can catch the ball, that can move quickly with the ball, that are very effective when they get the ball in their hands. Patrick Mahomes is a very dynamic player, and then if you let him get outside, he can make some moves with his legs. If you give him time in the pocket, he can throw that ball downfield. And if you let him hit an open receiver, those guys can make some moves and make crazy things happen. We saw last year in week 2, the Chiefs put up 28 points in the second quarter alone. Now, the Raiders' D shut them out in the second half, but it was too little too late. The damage was already done. The Raiders have to get up and they have to get on the board quick. The Raiders have to score quickly. But at the same time, the Raiders have to maintain ball control. What this is going to look like is the Raiders have to maintain control of time of possession. They have to keep the ball on the field. They have to keep the offense on the field. They have to keep the Raiders' defense off of the field. When the Raiders' defense gets on the field, they have to play balls to the wall, and they have to shut down the Chiefs' offense. The Chiefs' play caller, Eric Bieniemy, the offensive coordinator, who is an offensive guru who has done amazing things with that team. Oh yeah, it's not Andy Reid. It's Eric Bieniemy. Let it be known. He's going to do everything he can to confuse the Raiders' defense because he knows the Raiders' defense is easily confused. We saw it on Sunday against the Bills. Paul Guenther needs to do everything he can to instill in his defense to make it as simple as possible. Just get after it. Cover your man, get after the ball, rush the passer. The Raiders need to do a better job of getting to the quarterback. The Raiders need to do a better job of covering. And most importantly, the Raiders need to do a better job of tackling. John Gruden has to do this. When the Raiders play, in a game like the Bills, Derek Carr was dealing. He was throwing the ball. He was chucking it at will. He was getting it to open receivers. When it came down to 4th and short situations, instead of going for 6, the Raiders opted to go for 3. When you have a defense that can't get off the field, you cannot do that. You have to have faith in your offense that your offense is going to score or get a first down. Put the ball in your offense's hands and let them make the play. Don't give the defense a task of getting back on the field and trying to make a stop when they haven't been able to make a stop. Be smart with it. This is a huge game for Derek Carr because he's going into Arrowhead, a stadium where he hasn't won yet. And he's ready to make a statement. As I've said in multiple videos, this is statement season for Derek Carr and the Raiders. It's not a prove it year. This is statement season. He's got to make a statement that I can win at Arrowhead. I can beat the Chiefs. We can hang with these guys. Now, obviously, looking at the team the past couple weeks, as Raider fans, we say, well, we can't hang. Look at this. This is the Chiefs. They just won the Super Bowl. They just beat the Niners. They just came back. They did this. They did that. But as a quarterback, as a team, you have to look at every game like we can hang with these guys. If you go into this game not fearing the team but respecting them and ready for war, you can win this game. So let's reiterate it. Let's get into it again. These are the keys to victory. Move the ball and protect the football. Get Josh Jacobs involved in the run game. Be smart. Don't make costly fumbles, turnovers, penalties. Control the ball. Move it down the field. Eat time off the clock. Don't let Mahomes get the ball. Defensively, play smart football. Don't get beat. Don't get outflanked. Don't miss tackles. Do not let the Chiefs outsmart you. And 3, be aggressive. If it's 4th and short, if it's 4th and 2 on the 7, go for it. If you're inside that 50-yard line and you're in a position where you could kick a field goal, go for it. Go for a touchdown. Go for a score. Go for a first down. Make a big play. You're facing a team that's going to take advantage of opportunities that will make big plays if you let them. You got to do the same. Raiders got to do the same. The Raiders have to continue to move the ball. The Raiders have to score in the red zone. Hopefully the Raiders will get Ruggs back this week because that'll take the top off the offense. Hopefully the Raiders get Trent Brown this week because that helps the running game. Defensively, hopefully Paul Gunther gets it together and fixes whatever it is. That way people are in the right position. The Raiders have an opportunity to win this game. It's going to take a lot. But with the lack of fans, with the good weather, with the tenacity that this team should have going in, losing 2 games, losing 1 at home, on national television, playing a rivalry game against a team that everybody hates in Raider Nation. Raiders got to do this one. Raiders got to pull this out. This is a big game. This is a big week. It's Chiefs week, baby. I'm fired up. I'm obviously going to watch the game. Raider Nation, let me know what you think in the comments. Do you think that we can win this game? Do you think this is a winnable game? What do you think the keys are? Or do you think that I'm crazy and I'm just being psycho and nuts? That's fine. You can tell me that too. Either way, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you're subscribing to my channel. If you really like what I'm doing, hit that bell notification. And hopefully in the recap, we're talking about a win.